Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a global artist ambassador for FENIX360, and I'm joined today by the musical artist and the filmmaker, Kim Cameron. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Hi, everybody.
Good to see you. Thanks for being with me, Kim. Kim, I would love to share some of the music work that you have up on your YouTube channel. So is it okay if we tune into one of your tracks now? Don't Give Me No.
Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay, then let's tune in now to Kim Cameron and Don't Give Me No.
Don't give me no. Don't give me no, 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 no. Don't give me no, 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 no. Give me. Need you now more than you could know. Fire's burning bright tonight. Give me something more than that. Raging fires in my eyes. Take me through those darkest nights. Wake us up from sad nights. Give me no, nothing. Don't give me no, nothing. Don't give me no, nothing. Don't give me no.
Kim, lovely. Great to hear your music. Thank you for sharing it with us. And I am interested in learning about you. Can you tell me where are you from and how did you become a musical artist and filmmaker?
Well, I grew up in Southern California, but I have moved since then, many, many years ago, and I live in Miami Beach. I'm inspired by the ocean. And so
Me
I'm
too.
probably known for writing love songs, dance love songs. I'm in the house, deep house kind of area
Uh-huh.
when it comes to EDM music, and hit Billboard top 40 or top 20, I should say, a couple times in the dance
For
world.
you.
And then also I'm a filmmaker. So I write children's books. And so I took the first book I wrote and converted it into an animated feature film. And that was just picked up as a Dove original. So it's
Great.
now out. It was out December 10, and now it's out on Amazon and Roku and all the places, but yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Very exciting, Kim. And you're really a multidisciplinary artist. You know what I mean? You've got all these artistic sensibilities in music and writing and illustration, I assume, and other aspects to celebrate in your books and your focus on a children's book. What inspired that?
Actually, on tour in the Caribbean, I met this little girl who, on one of my breaks, came up to me and we started this conversation. Cute, maybe 10-year-old. And she started explaining to me that she had this love of octopi. And I thought that was a little strange because most little girls, you'd think starfish or dolphins, maybe even a whale. But I mean,
Mermaid
an
or yeah.
octopus is a little bit more on the boy side.
Mhm.
And so the next day, my guitar player and I wrote this song called Mr. Octopus as a joke. And we kind of chit chatted about it. And he said, you ought to take this song and turn it into a story. And I thought about it for about a month or so when I got back, turned it into an audiobook story. And then we had requests from different parents that said, this is really fun.
I
Will
love
you
it.
turn it into a book so that they can read along while they're listening to it? It became a children's book series. So now it's audio and the hardcover books, and also now a movie.
I love it. That's so cool, Kim. You know what I mean? A great inspiration from that young child who, you know what I mean, had kind of shared that insight with you. And then now look what it's become. And octopus in general, I don't think people realize just how intelligent and incredible creatures they truly are. But for you to capture that personality into a children's book that's very endearing, I assume, and that's really sweet. you know?
Well, the
Um,
octopus character is kind of funny because in the book, it's a very shy octopus, very nice octopus, a protector. But when I really started digging into the world of octopi, they're a very aggressive sea creature. And so it was kind of like, wow, I've just taken this very aggressive, sea animal and made it like this very nice, kind. So that's sort of the trade-off there. But oh well, I'm sure there are a few octopi out there that aren't so mean.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, to be intelligent, you know what I mean, a survivor, you know what I mean, it means you're going to be a good hunter. In fact, if you're a hunter, which I assume these octopi are. So at any rate, it is very interesting that you should choose that subject and that personality, you know, to be able to incorporate into your work. And I think it's really beautiful. And so were there other artists that, you know, coming up, you know, in the music, industry, or, you know, where you felt, wow, I'm inspired by them. I can see myself performing in this way.
Well, I'll answer in a couple different ways. I would say my inspiration for writing original songs really comes off of Sweet Baby James, because I love his storytelling, even though my sound is completely different than his kind of Americana pop sound. But in today's dance world, if I had my druthers, I'd love to work with somebody like Black Coffee. To me, his sound is just so, it's not just current, but it's just something you don't get tired of. Malinchek is another one. So those are two that are, I wish I could say they've influenced me, and maybe they have some way, but those are kind of who I aspire to kind of graduate to in songwriting. But yeah, it started out with to me, songs start out with stories, and
Yes.
the best storyteller I can think of is James Taylor. So
Hmm. Well, listen, I always love that artist as well, and can think of so many different songs. Blossom is like one of my favorites, but um, at any rate, and also just playing guitar is one of the first guitarists, you know, and songwriters that I wanted to kind of emulate or do covers of, and really beautiful music, just really hits you in the heart. So let me ask this question about filmmaking. Were there filmmakers or any kind of people in the film world that you were inspired by that made you want to create film?
I wouldn't say people so much as films themselves.
I
I mean,
see.
I'm a big Disney fan, and so just that feel of going into any animation. Now, of course, they're all 3D at this point, which I'd
Yeah.
love to do 3D someday. But you walk in, the story's great, the music is great. It spans across all different age groups, and
Right.
it just I'm just happy afterwards, and that's kind of what I wanted to do, is write stories that at the end of the day you were going to be happy. You learned something and experience something, but you left the theater thinking, I'm so glad I came. And
Right.
I guess that's kind of my goal with, I want, there's so much bad stuff out there. There's so much, there's so many things that people are trying to influence the kids with, that I'm just like, it's too heavy. Let's take this back to what about a sense of adventure? What about a sense of dreaming? What about a sense of pretending that you can talk to fish? What
Right.
happened to those things? And I think, I just want to go back to the basics and let kids be kids for a little while. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. A little bit of adventure, a little bit of, let's take care of our planet, but let's let them have fun. And
Big
that's what
time.
my goals have been.
Well, I think that you're achieving them, and it's really beautiful, and it's making a big difference. You know what I mean? And I agree with you. I think I want to join the chorus and in saying that, you know, I want to celebrate the imagination that these kids have the ability to expand upon, and the natural world as well, and to feel connected to it and to one another. So I think that's really cool, Kim. Now, listen, what are you working on right now, and what's coming up?
I have 3 songs that are going to be coming out, not all at once, but they will be. One is a mashup I decided to do of Journey and Van Morrison. So I'm going to do a nice little cover mashup. That was really fun to do. I have two originals, one called Lovesick and one called Love Story. So they'll all be in the dance world. One will be a house and one will be a deep house. And then you've got the Journey and Van Morrison that will kind of be right in between, more of like an electro pop kind of sound. And then I have begun working on the sequel to the current movie that's out. The current movie is called Superpowers in Search of Blue Jay's Treasure. The second one is Superpowers, The Mystery of the Blue Pearls. So we are about ready to go into animation production, probably in the next 3 weeks.
That is wonderful. Well, Kim, I just love hearing about all your artistic and romantic sensibilities. I love that you're inspiring dance and creative work, through all your filmmaking and your music. So I really appreciate you. I want everyone to tune into Kim Cameron's social media channels, which you'll find below our interview today. And we'll also look forward to you coming up on FENIX360. Thank you for being with me today, Kim.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you take good care.